Hey, Cancer. Intuitive Soul Coach here with your November 2024 career and money reading. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Cancer, what is in store for you in the month of November? Well, you look to be the first sign so far where the energy doesn't feel as heavy and as intense as some of the other astrology signs. And you're starting off here with the 9 of Cups. This is wish fulfillment. This is some luck on your side. And I feel like this luck on your side is because you've created this luck. You have the luck card showing up here. And it says anything that you do now will be very prosperous for you. If you believe that you're lucky, you'll create an abundant mindset. And I keep saying here, something good is showing up for you in the month of November. It feels very promising. Queen of Wands I'm seeing at the bottom of the deck. This could be you feeling quite abundant. This is you feeling very creative, very imaginative, and there may be a huge emotional turning point coming in for you, Cancer, that allows you to feel lighter, because some of you may have felt a little bit heavy or burdened down by responsibility, but there's a move that you're making, and some of you are sealing the deal with a new contract here. It says your perspective is shifting here, because I do see with the 5 of Cups, some of you may have been in a mindset or an emotional space that was stamping your luck. It may have been blocking a wish from manifesting here for you, and things have been shaken up. Yeah, things have been difficult for you to navigate through in the past. I see here with the 9 of Wands, but I feel like there is, again, a lighter energy, and it feels like a new opportunity coming in for you. Luck is on your side, and I do see this being very prosperous for you. The Devil in reverse showing up. This is good. It means that you're able to look at your attachments. You're able to look at some of the situations that may need to be addressed and liberate yourself from them. And I do get with the Devil, what is being brought in here for you is liberation from some sort of attachment. And that may be why I'm getting such a lighthearted energy. Now, sometimes with this Devil, and it is showing up in reverse, which means you're releasing it. You're releasing toxicity. You are releasing the need to stay held back or stay put, and that's showing up precisely with the 8 of Cups. You could be cutting ties, you could be moving on to a more fulfilling career or part of your life. Even though these are career and money readings, I do feel like this is a more abundant, more enriching part of your life. Yeah, 8 of Swords here says that you felt a bit trapped, you felt a bit stuck, and the 8 of Swords is about stepping outside of your comfort zone and taking a risk. And that's what you're doing this month. Now, some of you could be parents, okay, healing maybe your own inner child. If you're not a parent, or even if you are, I feel like there may be some deep inner child work or even shadow work that you are continuing to work on. And that's going to help you create more abundance in your life. You could also be a light worker or a healer, someone who helps others out in a significant way. Maybe you are helping others heal their inner child. Okay. Caregiver. Some of you are caregivers. You're teachers. You could work with children. You may be a pediatrician or in any other career that has to do with maybe fulfilling a childhood dream. I am getting a childhood dream with that 9 of Cups here. This may be something you've always wanted to do. And final outcome. What's the final outcome here? Beautiful. I told you there's something new coming in for you, and we see that in your outcome. But you have the luck card showing up right away. And it feels like there has been a little bit of timing, like tic-tac-toe. You see that with the luck, and it feels like finally you're able to get the win. Finally, just getting this energy of finally, this is happening. Finally, I have received the gift, or finally, I'm able to tune into my intuition more, or finally, I'm opening up to this opportunity that I've been trying to manifest. And you have the gift card, and this is about giving and receiving, which is showing up in your environment. So there is a windfall, there's generosity coming through this month for you in November. This is financial support, potentially a work surprise, Cancer, that could leave you feeling fulfilled. It could even be a raise or a new position here being offered to you. Some of you may even be traveling in the month of November with the gift card. Now, back to the parenthood or the inner child, this may be what the devil is addressing here for you. And it says here, don't forget to nurture yourself while you work towards your goals. And I feel like that's why the devil is showing up. And it's not that you are in a place of toxicity. Some of you may feel like, yes, I am, Mel. It is very toxic where I'm at. But I see the devil coming in is liberating yourself from it, is drawing a line in the sand, and you saying, I don't have to be a part of these projections in a negative way. I can gain something from some of the projections that are happening in life. Now, remember, projection doesn't have to be negative. And a lot of times it does come with a negative connotation. This person is projecting their anger onto me, or they're projecting. But remember, projection is how we unite. It's how we connect. It's how we attract energies. It's the law of attraction. It can be, what we see in another, whether it be good traits or traits that we don't love. And I feel like you're working with some sort of projecting energies this month. And that's what that devil is. And I feel like you're also nurturing and giving a little bit of extra TLC to your inner child. For others of you, you may really be working with children this month and possibly even taking care of children in your personal life that may not have to do with your professional life. But I just feel like that inner sense of wonder is being shown to you in some way, even if it's not directly related to your career. The inner sense of wonder, the inner child, you watching your own children or your grandchildren, it feels like you are being more present or more in the moment. And maybe that's why it feels lighter. Despite what's going on in the world or what's going on in your environment, you have these two energies, and this is just beautiful because I tell you, Cancer, it feels on a collective or global level a tad bit heavy in the month of November. But I feel like you are removing yourself from that heaviness, or you are, I don't want to say desensitizing, because it doesn't mean that you're cold or, you don't feel it, because you do, but I feel like what you do with it makes all the difference. Now you have the chess card. This could be strategizing. Some of you are or have been very wise with your spending. You may even have a bit of military in your background. Maybe you live near a military base. Some of you are thinking through some decisions, but I feel like you're stepping in. Excuse me, I'm getting a reclamation of power. So you could be really reclaiming your power this month and saying, I am going to nurture my inner dream. I am going to have this emotional turning point because something has felt very difficult with the 9 of Wands and the 8 of Swords. You've had to persevere, and it feels like the worst is behind you now. It feels like you are really, again, reclaiming your power and asserting your own independence. And you could be sealing the deal. Maybe there's a new business contract coming in for you. This could be a new soul contract, Cancer, where you're ready to experience something new on your soul's journey. And I see here, you get a lot of energies around gifts. There's something about a gift coming in. This could be a gift of money. This could be a financial windfall of some sort. It could be that you are monetizing, or you see a large increase in your abundance. It doesn't just have to be finances. It can be resources. But I do see here for you, Six of Pentacles. The Pentacle realm certainly could be money. So there is a gift coming in. You may be a clerk or an administrative task. Maybe this has to do with writing. Maybe you're writing a book. There could be some paperwork or contracts for you this month, but I feel like they're going to go smooth. All right. There's something here about the right decisions, the right choices, strategizing. You're not just going to sign without reading the fine print. In fact, you may have been the one that has designed the print in itself. And I feel like you're getting the stamp of approval. The stamp of approval. Some of you may, and this is only going to resonate with maybe a few of you or maybe a lot of you, but I'm getting like Navy SEALs as well, because we do have the military and the SEAL. Okay, Navy SEALs could be significant. And I see here that whatever you are manifesting now, because like the luck card says, anything you do now will be very prosperous. I actually feel like you're going to either stay put in this position or in this energy for quite some time. So there's a turn happening here that has to do with your mindset, because your perspective around things is shifting and you're growing here. And I feel like that mindset, that creative mindset of abundance here is working in your favor. Bottom of the deck, you have the pendulum, you have the growth, and you have the underworld. This is Scorpio energy to a T, and Scorpio is your fellow water sign. The majority of November, we are in Scorpio season, Cancer, and it does say you're finding unconventional ways to explore new sources of income. And this is Scorpionic, right? It can talk about hidden knowledge, sex, death, probing into the mysteries of life. That's what Scorpio represents. And it says, as the world evolves, so can your means of earning income. And I feel like that could be something you are exploring. That may be why I see so many new opportunities coming in for you that you are fulfilling, because you're doing something about it. It's not like they're just landing here in your lap out of the blue. You've been creating your own luck. You've been working hard. You've had to set some boundaries. You've had to say yes. You've had to say no. And it says, you're exploring, exploration. Yes, you are exploring new ways. And that's what I see as your outcome as well. Now, the pendulum says that sometimes you've gone back and forth. Maybe your income has fluctuated. Maybe there has been a bit of indecision around your inspirations, around your dreams. But this is about strategizing, coming up with new ways of thinking, new ways of doing things. You could be making a big choice when it comes to your money matters or your career. Some of you, this is a job change. And it could be happening as the seasons change, okay? Now, we just went into autumn time here in the Northern Hemisphere around September 22nd. And I see here that this autumn time is transformational for you. I'm getting that so strongly here. And it almost feels like what you're doing now is setting you up for potentially very successful springtime energy, okay? Now, if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, I mean, you could be walking into this now, but I feel like there is a success coming up around the spring. I keep getting that for you. It's like new growth, new flowers, new, things reawakening, and see the seeds that you've planted are coming to full bloom by this spring. March time is significant. And it could even be, I'm getting even Aries season. Now, you have the growth card as well. Remember, this is at the bottom of the deck, so it's things that you are manifesting, things that are coming up for you. You have growth, and it says, expect good money flow, a raise, or a new job offer. Now, Cancer, it's important at this time to unlearn, to grow as rules continue to morph and change. So we're getting a couple of energies here around evolving, evolution, right? The means of doing things are no longer going to work the way that they have. And I feel like you are someone who is, 10 steps ahead of the game. And some of you are like, Mel, I don't feel like I'm 10 steps. I feel like I'm behind the game, but on maybe a spiritual level, I feel like there is a lot of growth here. And you may see that things speed up for you. Maybe the last decade has been very, very slow, very sluggish. And it feels like in a week, a decade's worth of stuff comes in here for you. So you're going to see big changes and transformation taking place. Try not to delay that process anymore, because the process of healing, the process of taking a look at this devil energy, the underworld even. Maybe it's some deep mysteries within yourself. By taking a look at that, it's going to bring you these new opportunities. And I feel like that's what the devil means in this reading, Cancer. So let's dive in. You start off with the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is beautiful because it is a wish granted. It's that luck that we see here. It's satisfaction. It is emotional fulfillment and a sense of accomplishment, right? Like you've accomplished some really wonderful things in your career and in your life in general. And I feel if you are dissatisfied or restless or feeling like you need to reflect on a few things, this is the perfect time to do it. Because by doing so, it's going to get you to this place of making some new choices that are going to get you a step closer to your dreams if you're not there yet. Okay, you can see that she's fanning out this candelabra. Is that what they're called? Candelabra. And I feel like there is a flame reigniting within you. And I see with the lily has been coming up for a couple of signs lately. Who was it that had the lily? I think it was Taurus. Now, maybe some of you may have some strong Taurus in your chart. The dilly, maybe some of you, that's your nickname, the dilly. But I feel like the lily represents transformation. And you are becoming sensitive and do need to make some changes accordingly, because your intuition is guiding you towards a path that feels more aligned with your soul. This is intuition as well. This is emotional fulfillment. Now, what's crossing you is the Five of Cups. Now, the Five of Cups can be disappointment. It can be a focus on some betrayal or bitterness. It can be depression. It can even be self-pity. But it's crossing your path, which means we're going to read it like it's in the reverse. And I'd much rather see the Five of Cups in reverse than the upright, because this means that past pain recedes. Hope emerges. Something that you may have gone through that was quite heavy. And how interesting, as we started the reading with, it feels a lot lighter here. Some of you may have clicked off at that time and is like, Mel, it does not feel light. It still feels heavy. But this may be the turning point month, okay? Or this may be when some resources come in and they help you out. If it's been very stressful, some of you, this has really affected you. Emotionally, a past situation here. You've had to fight for something you really wanted. But I feel like there's hope emerging, and that's why you start off with the wish card. It almost feels like you have 9 wishes here, or nine lives, right? Just like a cat, that 9 lives. So maybe there's a sense of independence. Some of you may be a person who has come to earth to be the Jill or the Jack of all trades. Sometimes you're born and you grow up and you go to school for something. Maybe it's to be a brain surgeon, right? And you know from a very young age that you want to be that doctor and you have that goal and that's what you're shooting for. That's what you're going to be and that's what your life entails. Nothing else, right? But sometimes you're meant to try a lot of different things. And Cancer, that's okay, because sometimes we get stuck in that societal belief that we have to have it all figured out, that it has to be one thing. And I feel for you, you are very skilled and very talented, just like the brain surgeon, but you're going to spread the talents out here. And for some of you, even if you've been in a job, it doesn't mean that this reading is not for you. Even if you've been doing something for quite some time, I still feel like you're spreading out your talents, you're spreading out your skills. And even if it's not, just professionally, which for a lot of you it is, but it feels like it's going to fan out into other areas of your life. And yes, some sort of difficulty, some loss, some disappointment, rejection, or betrayal may have been part of your past, but you don't have to sit in that anymore. I see some of you, there could be an inheritance or there could be a payout, okay? Payout, some sort of silver lining that comes from a very difficult situation. Now, what's below you is the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles is in reverse here, which means some of you may have gone through a family situation that caused your finances to feel very shaky, maybe unstable. Maybe this was a divorce. This could be family debt, drama. It can also be someone focusing on material wealth over emotional well-being. And maybe that was a big part of your life where you were focused on finances and focused on your, career. And maybe it's jeopardized a part of your relationships. But I feel like there's a rebalancing coming in, and it doesn't mean that you have to choose. And for some of you, maybe there was a deep belief, because we're exploring beliefs here, and that could be part of the devil. Maybe there was a deep belief that you had to have one or the other. Some of you may have divorced yourself from maybe a workaholic or someone who prioritized money, status, and labels over genuine connections. Now, when this shows up in career, it almost feels like you have this long-term goal, long-term dream, but it feels like something along the way may have blocked or delayed it, and you may have had to take a little bit of a detour, okay? Or you may have had to heal or recover from this blockage. But I always look at those blockages as growth opportunities, because sometimes those blocks are put in front of us for us to face that fear and say, okay, why is this block really here? What do I need to do to remove this or to face it or to overcome it? You're strong enough where you've done this before, you're going to do it again. And I see here with the 9 of Wands in your recent past, Cancer, the 9 of Wands is the wounded warrior, but it's about overcoming obstacles. And you are one tough cookie, or for some of you, one tough dilly. Okay, maybe, I don't know what dilly means. Maybe it's in a different language. Maybe someone's name is Dylan. Okay, or, you've been wounded. You've been scarred. You've been let down. You have been, I'm getting distracted as well, distracted from your mission or of your service. Maybe you've become, a robot or a zombie on autopilot here, and it's time for you to reawaken that part of yourself that's felt very numb. And with this 9 of Wands, there's a renewed sense of determination here. This is you reigniting your bravery and overcoming some external hurdles, Cancer, because you have this perseverance and this strength like no other. You have this within you. And I feel like it is collaborating here with the devil. This is a good collaboration. So many times we immediately want to run from the devil. We fear the devil. But what we don't realize is that devil is a shadow part of all of us within each and every one of us, because that's what creates a sense of wholeness, right? The light and the dark, the shadow aspects, the things that we cling to, the behaviors or patterns that we've been conditioned to believe, because that's all part of the roller coaster of life. And I feel like you're detaching from some sort of pain, and by detaching, it actually brings you that renewed sense of hope. It actually reignites that bravery. And maybe you were dealing with a toxic workplace, okay, with this devil. For some of you, this is manipulation, obsession, codependency, or materialism. And because we have the 10 of Pentacles, this could even be a belief around money, because maybe you grew up very poor, or maybe you grew up financially stable, but there's still some beliefs that have blocked your own success because of how you thought you had to make money. Maybe you thought you had to make it a traditional way, and the universe has different plans for you. The universe is saying, all right, here, Cancer, remember, you have many gifts that you're fanning out right now, and you are meant to explore some of them. So be open to other opportunities. Now, in the near future, you have the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is cutting ties. It's moving on. It's walking away because you strive for personal growth. You're striving here to rediscover your own independence. And this is the quest for something deeper, because what are we walking towards? We're walking towards the Nine of Cups, which is your overall energy. But it is going to require you to come face to face with the devil, to reignite that bravery, that renewed determination, and to cut ties with something or with a job or with someone that may be holding you back. Or it could be an emotion or a feeling or, again, a belief. There is a situation that you are asked to go deeper within, and maybe you're going right into, the spider web of the devil's trap. But this time around, you know better. And when you know better, you do better. And I don't feel like you're going to get entangled in some sort of mess like you have in the past. But it's going to require you to visit this space, visit that, that devil energy. And as I always say, the word devil spelt backwards is lived, right? We are meant to live through our human experiences, because that's where we grow. That's where we evolve. And you have certainly lived here. You've gone through a lot. You've been wounded. You've been scarred. You've been, through some ups and downs, but I see you exiting. Yeah, I'm getting exiting from this. It's like being in a movie theater and, they have the big old exit sign that lights up. It feels like even though there's been darkness, because I see that in the hopes and fears, you have the moon. So even though that movie theater is dark, you will always be pointed to that exit sign during an emergency or during a time where you need to escape. And it's not that you're escaping to numb a situation. Maybe some of you, that's what you're looking at. You're looking at, okay, do I need to escape, or am I escaping just to numb something? And I feel like whatever shadow this is, you're addressing. But I do feel like you are cutting some ties and moving on to something greater. But it's going to require you to leave a situation behind or to reconnect to this Nine of Cups. What's right in front of you here? There's a new path. You're being called to explore a new path. Now, how are you feeling? The feeling of a bird in a cage, and the cage has been left open, or the door on the cage has been left open, but the bird sometimes just sits there and doesn't even realize that the door is open, because where would it go, right? Or maybe it knows that it's open, but it's like, well, I'm just going to stay here. This is my comfort zone. This feels safe, and it's kind of scary out there. Same goes for this Eight of Swords here. And sometimes that bird is represented by the angel in the cage. You see that the wings here, it's almost as if it's outgrown this situation, and that top is open. That top is ready to be lifted here, and you're ready to spread your wings and fly out of it. But there's immediately that reaction of, okay, well, should I stay in my comfort zone? Should I stay in this cage? Because this is where I've been for a while. This is what I know. And that can be the old fears, the fears coming in saying, what if it's a big scary world out there? What if there's, what if my wings are clipped along the way? What if I can't really fly? But I feel like you are examining all those what ifs, and you're saying, but what if I can fly? What if this is possible? Instead of saying I can't, you're saying I can. And the Eight of Swords is showing up here because you have questioned your own potential. But what is required? Strength, determination, and bravery, which you have. You have all of that. Nines are about completions, right? And you have completed a cycle, and now it's time for you to spread your wings. We have double eights showing up here. Eights are about inner strength. They're about, inner authority and our own inner power. And I feel like you are lifting the lid on a situation, and you're discovering a part of yourself. You're reigniting that bravery, that determination, and you're not going to allow yourself to sit in some sort of past energy or anxiety or disappointment. And that's where you're at. That's how you're feeling. But some of you may have been stuck in that cage for a bit, even though that door was open to explore, but you may have sat there really working through some mental thoughts or decisions, or even again, your own potential. But I feel like you're overcoming the mind muckery. You're overcoming the mind blocks and you're freeing yourself. Now, what's going on in your environment? I love this. Here's the gift, 6 of Pentacles. This is giving and receiving, showing up on the gift card. This is a sudden windfall, generosity, financial support, a surprise. This is a gift from the universe coming in. So for some of you, this is an exchange, okay? Because some boundaries may have been placed. You may have created some boundaries for yourself. You may have said yes, you may have said no. I'm also getting for those of you where pride got in the way. Maybe you felt too proud to ask for help, or perhaps someone around you was too proud. I feel like someone is accepting. I'm accepting now. You're not letting ego, wounded ego that is, get in the way. I feel like you are letting pride take a step, a sideways step here. And you're saying, I receive, I accept. And I do feel like this is a big gift for you. You're being helped or you're helping others. This could be a grant, a donation, a scholarship, a loan, taxes, or any other unexpected resource that helps you out in the physical, financial, or material world. This could be a person. Beautiful. Now, in the hopes and fears, you do have the moon, which is Pisces energy, which can be about illusions and fears. It can be shadows, the things that are hidden from our view. But remember what I said about the exit sign in the movie theater. You're always going to be guided when to leave a situation, or to, if you're sitting in a movie that you just do not love. I feel like this has maybe happened to me once or twice throughout my life where I've literally got up and left the theater. But you're going to know, because the majority of the time you attracted the energy of that movie because you wanted to see it. It looked good, right? The previews, there was some sort of excitement that caught your eye, and you said, yeah, I want to go to the movies. I want to see that. That will fulfill me because that's something that I desire. But sometimes you get there and it's not what you expect, right? Sometimes the wishful thinking part of it, or the trailer, if you will, it only throws in the good pieces. So some of you, maybe you had went in for an interview and only the good pieces were thrown in. And maybe you got into that job and you're like, wait a second, this is not at all what I thought. I need to exit. For others of you, you watch the movie and you're going to have some sort of opinion of it afterwards, but I feel like you are allowing yourself to explore and discover. And I feel the moon showing up here is saying, trust in yourself too. Trust that if you are feeling uncomfortable, right? Or if it's not what, you had been promised, then be open to cutting some ties. Your final outcome here, Cancer, is the Page of Pentacles. There's going to be some news coming in. Pages represent news. This could be hard work, right? Page of Pentacles is a hard worker. He is someone who, he or she, it's a she on this card, she represents individual achievement or self-investment. She invests in her financial well-being by maybe taking some new classes or learning new things, being open to discovery, having a heightened sense of awareness. She's also very practical, very goal-oriented, and she reflects on her commitments. Some of you may be considering education or a new path, but the message here is to stay true to you. Don't just stay in that movie because you spent $10 on a ticket, right? It's not worth the time. It's not worth you staying and wasting 2 hours out of your life for a crap movie that you were promised, right? And for some of you, there's a new opportunity. There's going to be a better movie that comes along. And I feel like this is also, a message coming in. This can be part of The Six of Pentacles. This could be a new resource. This can be, again, a gift that you are discovering within yourself. And for some of you, this gift is going to help out a lot of people, and it could even heal your own inner child. And I feel like there's a new contract, again, with the Seal card. There's a new contract coming in. And I feel like, oh my gosh, did you guys just see that? This card literally just flipped out. No work needing to be done. It's almost as if this may show up for you out of the blue, or it's about receiving this offer. And guess what card it is? It's the happiest card in the deck. It's happy, happy. As I'm talking about a message coming in, this message is going to be very exciting, very happy. I told you there's something really good about this energy for you. I'm so excited. I was hoping that not every single astrological sign was going to be so intense. And even though you have some things I see you facing here, I mean, a lot, you're actually you're coming out stronger. 2 and 6 is also 8 energy. So there's another 8 for you, but this is happy, happy. Some of you, 26 could be the date that you were born. Okay. Some of you may be a life path 8 or in a personal year 8. This is about joy and contentment, a sense of fulfillment, a feeling that all is well. There's that 9 of Cups. That's the overall energy for you. This is a time to take pride in your accomplishments. Cancer, you are doing good work. You're providing exceptional service, and you're well compensated for it. The world rains gratitude upon you, and you're happy with the results of your efforts and your creativity. Isn't it amazing to consider all that you've done? Remember your partnership with Spirit in this moment too. Your soul has always known you could accomplish anything if it brought you joy. Beautiful. Now, for some of you that still feel a little bit caught up in this 5 of Cups, I'm going to read the protection message, because 5 of Cups is the opposite of happy, right? But it's crossing you, saying that you may be at a crossroads. There may be a deciding factor that shows up here for you. It says lighten up, because this is a time to be ridiculous and silly. See the world through the eyes of a child, through the eyes of, a clown, through the eyes of humor. Don't take yourself or any situation too seriously right now. Have fun, be playful, and make laughter the order of the day. You'll be surprised by how everything just seems to fall into place. Quite literally, this card just fell out. And we also see the balloons. So some of you, this is a celebration. Being happy and lighthearted is a wonderful icebreaker. Okay, this reading, lighthearted energy from the very beginning. So you could start off the month feeling a little bit heavy, but I feel towards mid-month, you're definitely going to feel a lot lighter. And it says here, for laughter as well as tears, right? Life is meant for play as well as work, laughter as well as tears, celebration as well as focus. Right now it's time for laughter, celebration, and play, because you've been too much in maybe the work, the tears, or the focus. Spirit wants to sparkle through you today. Smile and enjoy each breath and each moment, because miracles lie in the silly things. You have a gift. Some of you have the gift of cheering other people up. Some of you have the gift of cheering other people up. You may be high vibrational. I see the hummingbird. Hummingbird could be significant. Some of you may have a tattoo of a dragonfly, a hummingbird, or a flower. All right, let's get a few messages from your spirit animals. And at this time, Cancer, if you're safely able to do so, please close your eyes. Take a nice deep inhale from your solar plexus chakra, the bottom area of your belly. Nice big breath in. Hold it as long as you can. And release with a nice big sigh out your mouth. And with your eyes still closed, please tune into your third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now this could be an animal that flies high in the sky. It could be an animal that swims deep in the sea. Perhaps your animal is wild, magical, mystical, or even domesticated. This could be a pet that's crossed over the rainbow bridge, one that's visited through your dreams or maybe even crossed your path in the great outdoors. Or this is an animal that you currently have at your home or by your side. There is no right or wrong answer. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you're ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway where I draw one winner around the first of the month, all you need to do is drop your power animals in the comment section below the video, and I personally will enter you into that giveaway. So please make sure you've hit that subscribe and bell button so you don't miss that notification. All right, did someone see a bunny? I'm getting bunny or a rabbit here, which can be a very powerful animal totem that represents abundance and fertility, creativity, and multiplication, like multiplying money here. So there is a multiplying of energies happening. Well, there we see the spider web, right? There we see the devil. So I actually like this showing up. Like I said, in this situation, it's like the devil, the devil is in the details. So you are paying attention to some things. And by doing so, it's going to help you make your dreams real with the spider spirit, card 56. Some of you may be 56 years old, born on the 19th, the 21st, or the 14th. So spider, make your dreams real, but you're only going to be able to do so by addressing whatever that devil is in your life, okay? Whatever you are meant to release or let go of, whatever had bound you in the web. Next, you have dog spirit. Be loyal to what you love. Card 19 in tarot. The sun is 19. So I feel like there's a lot of happiness in front of you. There's a lot of abundance and vitality and playfulness and success. Do what makes you happy. Next, you have dove spirit. Be peace. It's card 21. That's the world. Some of you may have closed out a very significant part of your career, or you may be taking your career to the next level here. And I feel like there is a lot more peace and surrender and serenity up ahead. And lastly, we have chameleon spirit. Act as if. Yeah, act as if these things have already taken place. Didn't you get that? I thought you received that message in the beginning of your reading. Maybe not. Maybe that was Gemini. But some of you could be dealing with a Capricorn here, or you have Capricorn in your chart. We do see Pisces out here as well. And I do feel for a lot of you, you are adapting to some of the changes. Card 14, Temperance energy, Sagittarian. So this can be about self-control, moderation, and patience paying off. But at the same time, adjusting your energies to match and align with what it is that you want in your life, right? What's going on in here? What's going on internally? You're going to see that projected or mirrored out. We talk about that projection piece. What are you attracting? And I feel like what's going on in here and what's going on out here, there's something that you are shifting to bring more fulfillment into your life. And it may have taken a long time for you to get to this point, but I feel like you are adapting and shifting to these new energies around you. And I feel like it's going to pay off in very big ways, Cancer, very big ways. Let's get a final message here. Final message from your guides. You are what you believe. We just talked about that. You are what you believe. Words hold power and divine magic. What you think, you become. Your outside world is a reflection of your inner thoughts. Be mindful of your thoughts and the words you speak. Excuse me. And lastly here, we have step into the unknown. Step into the unknown. Step out of your comfort zone. That's what that Eight of Swords is all about for you. It's time to trust in the unknown. Have courage and be brave. Oh my gosh, you're getting repetitive energy from your guides here that you have that bravery. You have that courage. It says have that, excuse me, have courage and be brave in this next shift. Trust that you know what is the next best step to take and take it. You have that inner wisdom. I know you do, Cancer. You've gone through a lot. You've been scarred. You've been wounded, right? You've gone through, you've done it before is what I'm getting. You've done it before. And what I mean by that is you've had to take some leaps of faith. You've had to step into the unknown. And that scares you. That does scare you with the moon showing up in your hopes and fears. Trust that you know what is the next best step to take. And I feel like you do know. There's a gift here. There's a resource. There's a new soul contract or a new physical financial contract coming in, but it is going to require you to embrace that unknown. But what's on the other side is far more abundant and magical than anything that you leave behind. I feel that without a doubt. That is what I have for you, Cancer. I hope this resonates. Beautiful energy, beautiful time to be a Cancer this month. If you like the messages, please hit that thumbs up. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and drop your power animals in the comment section below the video. Thank you so much for tuning in, Cancer. Lots of love.